Yo, 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 what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of time to tune in case these notifications ain't go out. Keith, what's going on, my guy? Yeah, you already know, man. Still more coming, man. Still more coming, man. Oh, man. First things first, you already know, hopefully everybody having a blessed and productive Wednesday evening. Hopefully everybody smoothly was able to get through the work day. Hopefully your kids was able to get through the school day. I know for some, y'all got graduations coming up between this month and next month. Congratulations to the parents of 2024. Hopefully your kids is going to the next step, next elevation in life. Keep them on that road, keep them on that higher level of thinking, and anything could be achievable, you know. One thing I am going to say too as parents is that you also make sure you don't put unnecessary pressure or unwanted pressure on your children. James, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate everybody that tuned in yesterday for the conversation. Definitely was a great one. Shout outs to the Word and shout outs to 702 for popping in on the conversation. Um, Definitely hit some key points yesterday that was needed. Um, And it goes without saying again about communication. That's why I said even as parents, you got to have communication with your children. There should be no reason why you're living in the same household and nobody's communicating. But again, congratulations to the parents of 2024. Um, keep doing what's necessary to make sure your kids are striving and that they get into their ultimate goals in life. The communication is going to be that key, definitely to do so. Um, you got to know exactly what your kids are into as far as interests, hobbies. You really got to have a strong bond with them, period. You know, you sit there and you incorporate things like family time to, take the edge off a bit, basically. But you also get to know your children, you know, see where their strengths at, their weaknesses is at, and try to help them with that. There's nothing wrong with doing that. Nothing wrong with pushing your kids in the right direction. Now again, when your kids do get a certain age, if they decide to make a certain change or turn in their life, then there's only so much you can do. But just hope that they, snap out of it and get back to reality before it's too late. But again, you want to make sure your kids are soaring for the moon, but also being realistic. Like I was saying a while back, there's just going to be some things that your offspring is not going to do. Prime example, if you was a talented ball player, that doesn't necessarily mean your kids are going to have that gene. They might be good, but they're not going to be at a stage where you was at least. Like I can say, prime example, we've had some people who have done the sports thing, following their fathers or following uncles or people who was in the league. And some of them are excelling right now. Then you have those who tried their hand at it and it didn't work. Like I said, when you start getting to a certain position, a certain level, now you got to really, bring your A game. And that's the most thing you should do as a parent too, is always bring your A game when it comes to your kids. Definitely making sure that they staying motivated. It's the one thing you can do is always keep your children motivated, even through the worst of times. Make sure that they understand that regardless of what, listen, you're gonna have certain things in life. We fail at it, and it doesn't necessarily mean that it's over. That it's the end of the road. Nah, you still got things to do. You still got records to break. You still got time to make things work. The most important thing again is making it work. You can't sit there and just allow your kids to feel like ultimate failures in life. No, that's just like if they fail a math test or some form of a science quiz. Sometimes they might feel hurt because if they studied hard and they still, or they missed the questions by a couple points or whatever. It sits with them. But you sit down and you take your time and you make sure that you grow with it. Okay, well, if you failed, let's try to go over where you failed at, and we can move from there. But again, teach them that it's okay to fail, and not saying that they should want to be failures in life. No, there's just going to be some things you try your hand at, you might not be successful at all. But that doesn't necessarily mean you stop. You don't stop the processes of elimination. Still, okay, this didn't work for me. I still got other things I could try. Maybe this might work. And then you invest your time. You invest what you need, your knowledge, your skills of those things you have open as far as other avenues. And you make it work. I hear you, Keith. You already know with me, same shit, workflow always. Tamika, what's going on, baby? I ain't miss much, bro. Like I said, you just gotta, you know, keep them elevated at all costs. Again, show them that when one avenue or one door closes, there'll be multiple doors opening. Because again, you're supposed to make sure you know exactly what they into, where their strings fly at. But again, when they fail at something, you got to make sure that you also give them the right type of inspiration and also comfort, because they still gonna feel a type of way about it. No matter how you look at it, they're gonna always feel some form of hurt and some form of pain just because of their shortcomings. But again, you got to show them that there's more than life than just the one thing you're focusing on. It's key to focus on the most important thing that's going to give you growth, strength, and everything else. But it's times when you really just have to focus on the overall big picture. You know, the big picture is you just want to be successful in life, no matter what it is you're doing. But you also want to make sure that you're within the right boundary and within the right accords, because again, there are people who are managing to keep themselves at a top position in the top spot because it's not so much just keeping themselves humble, but they already know what it's like to be in the struggle in the first place. They knew what it took to get from that struggle. It took hard work, sleepless nights, dedication. It took that. And that's what's most important. Again, making sure that they keep themselves determined to excel, determined to succeed, determined to win. Like I said, in certain instances, you're going to have the mind and the mentality of a killer and an apex predator, because again, it's going to get rough out here. Like, prime example, if you were doing things along the lines of, you know, any forms of trades, you got to know when to sell, when not to sell. You got to know when it's good to, buy something and hold on to something. But also on the same token, when you got things that you can let go, you let it go because it might be extra weight you don't need. Like I said, you got to make sure that they are inspired in all ways and more than one to again get to their ultimate destination. If their destination is sports, prime example, then again you want to make sure that they're doing what's necessary. And trust me, when it comes to sports, it's not no easy walk in the park. It's not like just because you have talent that you're going to automatically get picked. You can have all the talent in the world, but when it comes down to showtime, if you ain't fully ready, then again, you got to go back to the drawing board. When it comes to any type of sports, you know the routine. You're going to have to get up for practices. You might have days where you run the scrimmages and you don't want to run the scrimmages, but you're going to be doing them. You're going to have to hit that weight room, especially if you kind of frail and pale, because you can't be in certain sports and be a string bean. They will knock you all around the court. They would knock you all around the field, and for what? You know, that's why it's important. You know, and it shows. You know, because again, you could be fast, you could be swift, but if you ain't got enough strength to withstand certain contact, it's over with. Denise, what's going on, baby? D Truth, what's going on, my guy? Sirius, what's going on, baby? For those in the city, hopefully y'all got an umbrella and keeping yourselves dry. It's starting to rain again. I thought it was over. Thought it was damn over. I'm being trolled by the weather again, y'all. I'm being trolled by the weather again. No, but that's what you want to do. Again, get yourself motivated. And that's the one thing you gotta teach your kids. You want your kids to play sports. You want your kids to play all of these extracurriculars and try to be the next who and who next. Why? Okay. Well, you better make sure you're motivating them. That means if they want to do it, they gotta be able to get up and do it. Again, sometimes you might have to get up early for practices. You might have to get up before 8 and get in there before 9. And you're gonna be running throughout the day. Don't think it's just gonna be, oh, we're gonna be in here for an hour or two and we going home. Nah, you're gonna be playing. You're gonna be doing a lot of scrimmages, a lot of workouts, a lot of drills, so on and so forth. Drills that are necessary because again, if this is the sport you want to be in, you gotta be tip top shape, or you gotta at least be good enough for where they gonna keep you. Tanya, what's going on, baby? Yeah, D Truth, the weather does troll me. And I got a troll drop for that one too. Don't worry, it's coming. It's coming. Oh yeah, congratulations, bro. I got to fully catch the replay, but congratulations on getting the page back remonetized. And for anybody who might have lost monetization and got it back, congratulations. Keep pushing, keep doing what you're doing. Main thing, focus and just keep the content rolling, and that's it. But yeah, you got to make sure that if your kids are going to be into these type of fields of play, yeah, they got to be motivated. They got to want to be determined to be great. And not saying they got to be better than everybody, but teach them that it's good to feel great about themselves. It's good to exceed and excel, not just in their talents, but you know, just their goals in life. But also teach them that um, sports might not be in your realm forever. Even if you are a talented athlete, it might not be in your realm forever. Like I said, we've had situations where people looked like they were going to be the next big things. Caught a big injury or a serious injury, and it was never the same. Some people had to stop playing the sports just because of it. Key in case, the analyst Jay Williams, had he not had that tragic motorcycle accident, because I called it tragic in my opinion because the brother couldn't play ball no more. And he didn't even play a whole season. But he had talents and he had a lot. He had a lot to offer to the game. Got a lot of people that had, things to offer to the sport they were playing. Or could have been offering a lot, but due to injuries and things of that nature, cut it short. Got another key case, the ex-basketball player Brandon Roy. I think he only played altogether 5 healthy seasons before his legs started really just deteriorating on him. Couldn't play no more, couldn't go no more. Had to go for early retirement. And I think that's the worst when people are still in their prime, but they got to retire for something that they love doing. But that's why it's also important, again, you got to make sure you're getting your conditioning up, your strength up. You work on the body parts that you need to work on, whether it's your legs, your arms, your torso. You do what you got to do. Try to keep yourself in shape as much as possible, especially when you're running these sports. Most important thing to do. No doubt, Tanya. I hear you, baby. Appreciate you for dropping those links, James. Don't worry, Sirius. You're going to take the night off, baby. I'm still missing the taco burrito on the chat, though, but it's okay. It's okay. I've been trolled again. But nah, that's the main thing. Because again, even that, even as parents, when your children are adults and they might go through some form of fall or failure, you still got to be able to uplift them and rise them up. The most important thing that you can do, you know, because regardless to what, they gonna look up to you for that. You know, they know you've been known to give them the best advice even through the roughest of times. So even when they get through it in adulthood, you gotta be able to just give them that strength and inspiration and let them know that regardless to what, life is not over. They still got more that they can accomplish, more that they can get into, more that they could probably achieve. Now, look, some of these people I said that had to quit sports early got into either sports analyticism or anything else along those lines. Because again, it's all about having some form of an education. Remember that part too, that they still need an education. They still need to be able to read past a certain grade and be able to write and do everything above a certain grade. You push them to listen to the greatest advices that you can give. You push them for that determination. But the one thing, again, you don't do is put unwanted pressure on them. I hear you, do too. If you do, I'll pop up in there. You already know. But this is the problem, again, that I feel we lacking. Again, there's some parents who feel like this is the ultimate goal for them to get past a certain goal in life. But again, you don't put unnecessary pressure on the young ones. You gotta make sure that it's an even balance when it comes to giving them the right type of direction in life. You can't always scream and yell at them either, because again, it stings. You always gotta encourage them no matter what, you know. But you gotta be realistic with them too. When you see that they're failing at certain things as a parent, you still gotta be mindful of what you're saying and how you're saying it. But again, you gotta be realistic with them. Like, look, I think you're good at this, but you know, I don't think this is your avenue. And that's when you're supposed to again sit down and get to know and bond with your children a little bit better. See, I'm gonna use this sports analogy right now for a little bit. Um, I know some people been covering it as far as sports and stuff is concerned, but a lot of people was talking about the situation with LeBron James' son in that draft game or that draft combine. Now, right there, in my opinion, is a prime example of somebody that, in my opinion, it feels like he's only doing it because he's trying to impress or he's trying to gain his father's love and respect. But in the same token, you're not clearly ready for that type of limelight. You're not ready for the league at all. I feel like, sorry, your father pushed you into a situation where now you have to try to do a lot. But again, you're not going to be able to do a lot. You still need more development, and if you're serious about it, then forget everything else, man. You got to go out there and go get it. You're going to have to start working and improving on things. But this is a prime example, again, of, putting unwanted pressure and attention on your children. You want cameras around your children showing that they can ball and everything else. That's grant that. But that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be ready for the league. And again, he needs more time to develop and become something. Right now, I think he's only listed at 6'1", maybe 6'2" at best. Now, he's still young, and if he still happens to gain some form of a spurt within the next year or two, and then even still, you will still be pushed either in a point guard or even a shooting guard position. But again, you got to develop your game. But this is a prime example when you want the world to see how great your children are, but again, your children are still young. Your children are still developing into their own, individual personalities. It's one thing again to, give your kids motivation and everything else along those lines. But again, you don't put unwanted pressure on them. Like you can't go out there and say that my son is better than half of your squad when half of your squad done went through the gauntlet basically to get where they at now. Some people ain't automatically getting into the league neither. Some people will end up, if they don't get picked, they'll be either undrafted free agents or they could still come into a team even if they undrafted, but still, that's a stretch right there. Or if they feel they ain't gonna put you somewhere, they're gonna send you to the development league. Because again, some people think that they're ready to come into the league. It's a whole different ball game. Susanna, what's going on, baby? You already know if y'all just tuned in, hit the like button. Yeah, but see, that's the thing, though, D Truth. Again, he only had 1 year, and he played in the conference where it's not even really a tough conference. And again, I don't see too many people going into the league that only average maybe 5 points throughout the whole season. Now, again, we already know the situation about his heart and everything else, and it was a scary motion right there. Now you cleared still to play sports now, but again, you gotta develop yourself. Appreciate you, serious baby. But that's what I'm saying. You can't put that much unwanted pressure and attention on a child, especially a child that's still trying to find out who they are as a person. Like if I had kids, even if my kids was talented, even if one of my kids was talented in sports the way they could be the next megastar, I'm still not going to put that unwanted pressure on them. Nah, I'm going to keep you inspired. If this is where you really want to go, then you got to keep doing what's necessary. Got to keep going to the practices. Got to keep doing this. Got to keep building yourself. I'll inspire you like that. But I ain't going to put you out there and say my kid is better than almost everybody on this block. That'd be like me going outside right now and saying, yeah, my child could beat every child on this block. And my child probably never played half of these kids that are on these blocks. So it's like you're putting yourself at risk. That would be like you putting your child in the tournament and say he could beat half of these kids in the tournament, even if it's a one-on-one. And your child get cooked. Now what you gonna say then? That's what I'm saying. You can't exploit and put that much pressure on a child, huh? Now you know for a fact he still ain't ready for that because again, you're not just dealing with the physical aspect of the game. You got to also deal with the media aspect of the game, and clearly it's going to be a problem because again, it doesn't matter about who your father is. So the media is going to always have something to say and critique about you, especially you're in the eye now. And as much as you don't want to be in the eye, guess what? It is not solely your fault. It's not really your fault at all. You wasn't the one going out there saying, yeah, I could beat half of these dudes. I could definitely be on the team. No. Everything was being pushed on you just because of who your father is. Your father, in my opinion, is trying to keep the legacy of basketball going. But guess what? Again, it might not be that way. Look at Michael Jordan. Both of his kids played college ball. One even almost went, I believe, to the D League, if I'm not mistaken. Or made it to the league and got sent to the D League. He didn't even play long in the league. But even still, you gotta look at that. They both still averaged over a certain amount of points in their college years, even when they was playing together. So again, they had to go through the gauntlet. They had to keep practicing every so often. Now look, none of Jordan's kids got that Jordan mentality or that gene to say, I'm going to go out there and give you 1,000 if I have to. It's not meant for everybody. Everybody's going to be talented in certain things, and you're going to have things that you're not going to be as talented in. Maritza, what's going on, baby? But again, even when it comes down to that, I would even say to people that are in that field, you got kids, don't put that unwanted pressure on your kids. Let your kids decide if that's what they want to do. Let your kids decide if that's going to be the area that they move in. You know, again, let them curve their own destiny when it's all said and done. You can't force your kids to live throughout. You can't force yourself to make your kids live your dream out. Because now, what if both of your sons really don't want to play ball? But you already got it out there like he's going to be the next big things coming from him. Can't do that, man. You knew what's going on, baby. Appreciate you, D Truth. You already. But that's the thing, though. You got to remember, you know, you can't sit here and think just because your children are talented in certain areas that they could outcompete everybody. Might not be the case. That would be like you saying that my son is faster than you and he can run around the track faster than yours. And then your son ends up blowing mine out the frame. How am I supposed to take that back now as a parent? How am I supposed to look? And then my child is going to feel that embarrassment and pain because I just put him out there like he was the greatest thing, and he just caught a reality check as well too. I feel like last night, prime example, that was a reality check. You know, despite that, this is your kid is clearly not ready for the big time. He's not. D Truth, a lot of them didn't put pressure on their kids to play ball. Gary Payton, he didn't put no pressure on his son, and his son is pretty decent. Scottie Pippen didn't put no pressure on his son, and his son is out in the league ball. Jordan didn't even put pressure on his kids. Even though they tried to get to or excel like their father, it didn't work. Still, they did that because they wanted to do it. They didn't do it because they was trying to impress or trying to gain the respect and whatever their father know. Their father would have loved and respected them regardless to what they did, as long as they was doing something. Again, the main thing is don't put pressure on your kids. Even if you make it to some form of success and yeah, you in the eyes of the world and everything else, guess what? You still don't put that type of pressure on your kid. And sometimes I feel that'll be a reason for your kid to rebel or your kid to just say, well, you know what? I can't take this no more. Mountain Girl, what's going on, baby? You got to remember that part, though. Um, it cripples almost everything again when you're putting that much pressure on it. You gotta give them an even and an equal balance again. You gotta show them that look, you might have times you're gonna be up, then you're gonna have times when you're down. The times that you're down, those will be the key elements for learning, growth of experience and lessons, and then you get back to where you need to get back to. Now I grant that D Truth. I already know that because he sat there and went for that. I want to still be able to play. I want to be able to play with my son getting the league. He was already putting pressure on him well before he even got into that college year. Come on there. He been sitting there hitting at that since he first got to the Lakers. I want to play with my son. I want to play with my son. But guess what? What happens if your son didn't want to play ball? You still would have put that pressure on him? And if you look at some of the replay from last night, you could tell he clearly uncomfortable on that basketball court when it comes to I gotta be in front of actual competition. That boy ain't never really faced no high end competition the way he could. All right, now I know I gotta excel in my game. I gotta work on this. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. He was basically playing in a weak conference. That'd be like you being the tallest ringer on your team. You're gonna block everybody's shot. But then again, if you don't excel in all your other skills and your critique, then you're gonna mess yourself up. You're gonna eventually, essentially mess yourself up. That'd be like me just working on my jump shot, but I don't work on my dribble. I don't work on my rebounding. I don't work on my defense. I'm just gonna be one dimensional. It's easy to make a whole bunch of jump shots when you by yourself or you just practicing. But when you actually are in a game with competition, you got to be able to make sure you knock them key shots down when needed. If not, forget about it. Your team might lose. Now, don't get it twisted. He still has time to debate if he want to go back to college, which is a good thing. But we gonna see how this combine play out for him. And I honestly feel, in my opinion, he need to go for another year or two, or he need to go for the whole 3. And D truth, because it's like I'm saying, like, look, that's like anybody playing sport. That could be like you being the best soccer player right now, or they dubbing you as the best soccer player, but you ain't play no real competition. How you gonna say you the best if you ain't beat the best? How can you say you're better than half of the people on this person's squad when half of these people could run faster than you? They jump higher than you. They stronger than you. They can take more physical contact and pain than you can. So again, you don't put that unwanted pressure on your children. You got to realize that. Now, look, if he decides after everything is said and done that he's going to go back to college, that'd be good again. Because now you could develop. You could develop more. You could run something with a coach. Now that you ain't got to worry about the heart problems no more and everything else, now you're fully able to go to the extremes, basically. I honestly, in my opinion, feel he should go back despite how they trying to boost him up and still trying to get him in the door so he could be with his father. That's the worst move you can make, because then now what happens if your father get injured during that season y'all play together? He's gonna be lost out there. You're gonna be lost in the sauce out there. Or father played for the whole season with you and then decides to retire. Now you stuck out there, and if you ain't developed your game, forget about it. You're in trouble. You're definitely in trouble when it's all said and done. But this is what I'm saying. Parents, don't put that unnecessary pressure on your children. Don't put your kid out there in that public light like that if they ain't ready for it. If they not determined, and if they really not confident enough in what they're doing, don't put them out there like that. That'd be like you saying my kid got talent. My kid could be the next Luther. My kid could be the next this one. And you start promoting that shit like that. Well, look here. Again, it's good to boost your kids' spirits to a degree and give them the encouragement that they need. But again, you don't sit there and with that same mouth, yeah, my child better than yours. My child definitely better than yours. My child is going to be the greatest thing next to sliced bread. You can't do that. Because now you're going to have people saying, really, prove it. And then what you going to do, you can't show and prove. Now you going to be looking foolish. You're going to be upset with yourself, but you mostly going to try to be upset with your children. I've seen some parents do that. They have this narcissistic way of putting their kids out there on the front line. And then when their kids don't, succeed in whatever they did, there's a problem. You can't do that, man. You can't. Because that right there, you're already giving them the notion that they ain't going to be good in anything else. Once you start busting in their head with the, oh, you ain't gonna be this, and oh, you really think, nah, you gonna mess them up. The minute you start giving them the worst type of encouragement, the minute you start, making them feel less than, that starts the process. Again, you can't put unwanted pressure on them kids when they don't want to do certain things you want them to do. Again, you cannot force them to do things they don't want to do. You could push them to do things. You could push them to try to be successful, but you cannot push anything on them that they don't want on them. You might want to push your kids to be the best in sports, prime example, but your kid probably has a passion and a talent and a real skill for writing. Which one do you think I'm going to go with if my child is happy? Look, if this is really what you want to do, then that's what you do. Northwoods, what's going on, my guy? Hold on 1 second. I got you, bro. I got you. You're always doing something. Now you already know Northwoods, man. Same thing, man. Appreciate you. Wasn't expecting nothing on your end, but appreciate you, bro. Shoot, y'all been showing love, so it's the same way. You already know how we do it. Yeah, but you gotta remember that part though. I can't sit here and say that my son is gonna be the next great thing as far as music is concerned when he still got development or he still has things he has to work on. That's like me saying my son can make the best beats or he can make beats better than all the producers right now. And then you hear it, and then it's like, this is what you was getting all crazy about. This is what you was puffing your chest up for. This ain't nothing. Just light work. Hammer, what's going on, baby? That's what I'm saying. That's the one thing you don't want. And that's a form of narcissism when it comes to your kids. When you're putting your kids out there and they don't want that unwanted attention. They don't want that unwanted pressure. But again, you can't force a kid to live a life you want them to live. They got to be able to, again, be their own person, build their own character. They got to walk life, not you. When it's all said and done, they got to be happy in doing what they're doing. That's the main thing. Just because you're doing something that makes you happy or you doing something that brings happiness to you, that might not bring happiness to them. Like I said, your child could be your child could be a great athlete, but he could be an even greater writer or even a screenwriter, anything along those lines, if that's what he really is passionate about. He or she, doesn't matter. Again, it's just about making sure you are keeping everything within a reasonable set. You know, that would be like me saying that my child is the strongest on the block and he can move a car, he can move this. Now I gotta prove it. People ain't gonna. That sound like cap right there. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. So again, if you know that your children are not prepared and they are fully not ready for any form of competition, don't throw them out there like that. Like in that situation right there, your father threw you out to the wolves basically before you could fully develop. And I kind of feel bad because watch, if he keeps having poor performances and they trying to say, oh, he did stuff. No, he didn't. You shot 2 of 8. You almost shot 2 of 10. If you took 2 more shots and still missed them shots, you'd have shot 20% from the field. You what shot 0 for I think 0 for 4 from the three? So you 0%. You took what 2 free throws and made one, I believe, or I think you didn't hit none of them. So you 0% at the foul line. No, you clearly have ways to go. I feel bad. Cage, what's going on? I feel bad because again, you put all this unwanted pressure on your child, and now your child got to sit here and bear with it. But then, if I think I'm right about this, how I feel about narcissistic people and kids, you still going to try to take some. You're going to still try to make it seem like it was your child's fault that he didn't get the job done. No, it's your fault, the father, because even you are supposed to be still training and doing things with your child if you want your child to be the best, right? Supposed to take your kids out on scrimmages. This is how you determine what's what. It's just like I said, I could be playing sports in a league, or I could be playing sports somewhere in a conference where it could be the weakest, and my team probably still has the advantage of winning. So you're gonna go off of that notion. It ain't cool though. Again, when you turn around, and this is what happened. You know, and I'm sorry because I feel that should never be done at all. Your child shouldn't have to worry about the pressures of trying to live up to your expectations. They gotta set their own rules and their own expectations for life. Oh, see where this is going. Get up out of here. Why are you up out of here? I felt like I was going to do this anyway tonight.
Motherfucker.
My bad, y'all. You know, we always got to zap one up out of here. Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. At some point, and I'm gonna say even to those who are up there, the household names and everything else, I'm speaking from just overall view and logic. If your children are not prepared for certain things, or if your children already are showing that these is not the type of activities they want to be in, explore other options. Don't force things on them that again could cause them to snap. Don't sit there and set your kids up for expectations they ain't gonna be able to meet, basically. That would be like you saying that my son could run a whole business or even 5 businesses by himself with no help. That's impossible. Gotta be realistic. You gotta give your kids realistic chances and hopes in life. Again, you can't live your life through your children. Even if you are in a successful spot, your kids are not going to go into that same line in that same field, not unless that's something they really want to do. If they don't show interest in it, then guess what? You just got to fall back. Gotta fall back. You know, all right, well, this ain't working for you. Okay, well, let's see where you go with this. You are supposed to make sure they are developing into their own person regardless. They can't live life like you. They can't be a carbon copy of you. Again, it's about determination. So you can have all the skills in the world, but if you're not determined to put in the work to make sure that your craft is strong and that you good no matter what, and you could withstand pressure, you'll crumble. Marlene, what's going on, baby? You know, and I think that right there says enough. Prime example, if I'm a world-renowned actor and I have children, I don't expect my children to follow my path. I expect my children to find their own and then carve their own. I can help them find their own, but I don't expect them to come in the same realm I'm coming into. Not unless they really are determined and they constantly bringing it to me that this is what they want to do. Then I would have to sit there at that point and say, okay, if this is really what you want to do, I'm going to help you get started. Facts, James. We ain't worried about him. We're not worried about him. It's the same old with people. This is what I be talking about. People be wanting too much attention. Well, let me starve you out today. Let me starve you out a little bit. Didn't I tell y'all when you troll, I got to get paid for it here? Come on now, man. One more game for measurement. Out of here with that, man. Angela, what's going on, baby? No, these people don't be having no real good. This is why they don't be having good luck, man. You two invested in another grown man instead of investing in yourself. I really hope you really don't have kids and they are sitting here watching you just waste your life away. You ain't teaching them nothing. I felt a little disrespected, so I'm gonna take this real quick. One more again. You be alright. Oh no, wait a minute. I forgot. I gave him the wrong one. Damn, I gave him the wrong one. Let me give him one more game before I get back to the good old lesson. Hold on. There you go. Hey, one more time for clarity. There you go. Now I feel a little better. No, Angela. Nobody gave me back my devices. I took them. And I told y'all to leave me alone. You didn't listen. James, don't laugh, man. I was good until I smelled troll activity in the air. I was waiting to use it. But he got to get one more for this one. There you go. There you go. Well, now that now that the taco meat is out the bag now, yeah. But all in all, again, that's one thing a parent should never do throughout life is put unwanted pressure and circumstances on the children because it brings stresses on them too. Because now they feel they have to go above and beyond to make sure that they're being perfect or making sure that they're doing what's necessary for your benefit. How do they benefit from that? How do they benefit from you bringing unwanted pressure to them? They don't. And that's the realness right there. Um, Again, never put unwanted anything on your children. Unwanted responsibilities, all of that. I'm gonna use this for instance. Do you think it's fair in this example that you are having children, but you have your oldest being basically the everything, the cook, the clean, the no. It's not fair to bear all the responsibility sometimes on the oldest ones. Not at least in that notion right there. Not if you're gonna keep being irresponsible. Because then again, how is your child going to benefit and live and learn when you got him doing damn near everything? Now, granted, you giving them some form of life skills and everything else, yada yada, but in the same token, you're putting unwanted pressure on them. I see y'all over here laughing. Y'all think it's a game. You think it's a game. I knew I was going to come back to it. I knew I was going to come back to it.
Okay. Locked up. Scars pivot, gets into the edge and wins by you. And Hakuho still leads on his own.
Here you go. There we go. Now I feel better. Now I feel a little better. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. No, I'm lying. Laugh because that shit was funny. I didn't think I had it in me. But it did. It happens though. And I didn't put no unwanted pressure on nobody. I just curbed my destiny. And I curbed it today.
Mom, I just want an Oscar. There you go. Now I feel better. But you gotta remember that part. The same way we went through pressures coming up, your children are gonna go through pressures. Their children are gonna go through pressures. But again, it shouldn't be pressure that's put on by you, the parent or the grandparent. Appreciate you, Hammer baby. Oh, serious. You said I was glad. You said you was glad, right?
I'm on stage right now, singing your favorite song. Up in the crowd and you know where to be found as they sing along. I said that you look good without no makeup, no lashes, even better when you wake up.
Don't bother me today. I was being nice. Look at your face. No.
Oh, sorry, I got you. No, my bad. I don't want you upset. I don't want you upset. I don't want you upset. Here, I'll give you this one.
Oh yeah, no you love it, muscle lips. Let's go. Lap it up, you hungry son of a bitch. Whoop! Sorry.
Get a handle on your frisbee, college boy.
Oh, you do not want to go.
Man, don't come in here with that 5 second and then talk about some I'll be back later. You about to get this work too. Matter of fact, don't leave out here like that. Do not leave out here like that. Here, take this with you.
I could be part of that world.
Come in here with that, man. Next time you come in church and ain't saying nothing, hold on, I got you. I got you.
You know how great I am. I don't have to tell you about my strategy.
What's going on? Don't leave now, man. Don't leave now. Nah, but I'll be honest with you though. Again, let kids carve out their own personalities when it comes to how they gonna live their life. Again, they have to be their own. You know, again, it's just about if you're gonna have your kids following something, let them follow some form of a golden path and a golden rule that keeps them above the lines, basically. Keeps them elevated. Again, you got to make sure they stay motivated no matter what. No doubt, bro, no doubt. You know, but that's the thing you got to remember. Showing them that regardless to what, they can make it. They just got to be their true selves. And again, find what they are passionate about. Anything that they could be passionate about, it doesn't always have to lead, again, in my opinion, to a form of income. Because that's what it seems like some of you parents really are worried about. Keyword, some. But then there's others who's just, again, putting all the wrong type of pressures on their kids. And then when their kids are failing, they want to be mad or they still want to have some form of an excuse on why. Oh, well, I think my son would have still did this or my daughter would have did this had it not been for... No. See, this is where it goes to, again, you know, one thing you don't want is your kids pointing fingers at why things didn't work and you doing the same thing. You got to take accountability. And that's the one thing you have to teach your kids. Again, is how to be responsible and take accountability. That's just like if your kid is on a team, your kid probably didn't have the greatest performance and their team took a loss. Essentially, who's at fault? This is where everybody on the team, including your child, would have to take that accountability. But if your child is a natural born leader, then 9 out of 10, your child is going to take that responsibility. Let me use a good example for those who do watch sports. There are a lot of y'all who was trying to make comparisons about that young boy, Anthony Edwards. You're trying to compare him to Michael Jordan already. When again, you still got a long ways to go before you can compare anybody to anybody. You might see shades of that man because of what that young man is doing. But actually, that young man is doing what's supposed to be done throughout the course of history. Taking accountability and responsibility for when things don't go right. Being a leader. You gotta teach your kids that anything. They gotta be a leader in life. Nobody else is gonna be able to lead them into whatever destinations in life they're going for. They gotta get up and lead themselves. You gotta teach them at certain points in life. Guess what? Nobody's gonna be able to hold your hand. You know, you gotta do what's necessary for yourself. You have to. If you don't, there will be consequences behind it. If you don't take responsibility and accountability for your failures, you'll never learn a lesson from it. That would be like somebody saying I had smooth sailing getting to my destination in life. No, they didn't. That would be like them essentially saying I didn't have no struggles coming up doing what I was doing. That's a lie. The reason why it's a lie is because everybody goes through a struggle in life, no matter what they're doing in life, no matter what their profession is. They're going to face some form of adversity, hoops, and hurdles. And again, it's about how you get over that. And it's also about what you learned while you was getting over the hump. Again, there's going to be life lessons all around the world. But again, you got to make sure you teach your kids the most valuable lesson out of everything. It's okay to fail. It's also okay to push yourself for greater if that's what you want to do. But it's also important that you be realistic with yourself. When you keep failing at one thing, try your hand at something else. Maybe what you was trying at the first time around really isn't for you. But then again, you would have to build a bond with your child so your child knows what's what off the rip. Something to think about, though. You know, you really just want, again, you want your children to be at their best. You want them to also have experiences in life. So again, gotta put them, or at least push them in the best positions. Teach your kids that yes, it is important to gain some form of education. Teach them that they can have more than one option in life if the option that they are choosing to go with doesn't work. Again, don't put no type of pressure on them. Just encourage them. They already got enough pressure because they already feel to a degree they have to live up to some form of expectation when it comes to what y'all want from them. So that's already enough pressure. Don't put even more on them by saying that your child can outdo everybody or that your child is better than everybody. Gotta be real with yourself. And see, the reason why I brought that situation up is because that was a prime example of narcissism at its best. Putting all of that pressure and media attention on your child, and your child is clearly not ready for that. Cherokee, what's going on? And if that's not narcissism at its best, I don't know what is. But again, anytime you putting cameras and placing cameras around your children all day, every day, and you trying to show the world that they're going to be the next this and the next that, and you keep hyping it up, but you're not really, you're not really doing what's necessary to make sure that happens. Failure all around the board. And that's what I'm saying. That's the truth, though, Keith. We already got enough pressures in the world. They're going to have enough pressures in the world. You forgot, if your kids are in school still, they got pressures of passing their grades, passing their exams, trying to get to the next step in life, trying to develop who they are trying to be in life. They already got enough pressures, including peer pressure at school. They don't need more peer pressure from a parent. Look, you're going to do this, and you're going to do this, and you're going to be good at it. That's not how you build your kid up. It's not how you build your kid up by forcing something on them. No, you sit down and you figure out where their strengths and weaknesses are at. You figure out what their passion is. Because again, you got to be passionate in life. It's not just about determination, it's about passion. Because if that's something that you're really going for, if that's something that you're determined in getting at, then you got to put in all the necessary steps. Now, again, in my opinion, that boy ain't ready for no league. That boy need to go back to school and develop. Because if he think he ready for the league and he actually does get in the league, they gonna chew that boy out. Not just on the court, they gonna chew him out in the media. And again, you're not ready for that. It's clear that you looked uncomfortable, like I said. So you're just doing something because of the namesake of your father. Blackout, what's going on? You already know if y'all just tuned in, hit the like button. And if y'all new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Oh shoot. Almost stepped on a dead rat, y'all. My bad. Welcome to New York City, where only you can step on roadkill. Nah, but you got to realize that part. I can't sit here and say that my child is destined to be this great when my child still is developing who they are as a person. They still trying to develop the skill set, a mindset, and everything else. I'm putting unwanted pressure again on my children, which shouldn't be. It's something for a lot of parents to think about. I don't care if you household name or you the regular Joe Smo. Don't put that unwanted pressure on your kids by bringing them out to the world like they're going to be the next changes or the next big things. Might not be something that they big in. They could be the next big thing, but it might not be in the field that you wanted to be in. Again, your child might not be the best athlete, but they could be the best author, the best bookseller, the best writer, the best inspirational speaker, so on and so forth. We can go down the list. Whatever your child is passionate in and they really have a skill in the art for, why not sit there and craft that and mold that to where you need to mold it to? And that's the thing. It's another pressure when you are exploiting your children out there like that. So again, it's not so much as what you do with your kids, but how you do things with your kids. That's really what it's all about. It's not about how it's not about what you do, it's how you do it. How did I get my kid from this level to this level? Give me 1 second. Corey, what's going on, baby? Apologies, y'all. But again, don't sit there and sell your kids down the river because you trying to have them continue your legacy. Your legacy is already cemented. They got to start carving their own legacy. They got to carve their own niche in life. Again, they can't be carbon copies of you. They can inspire to be like you, but they can never be you. And that's what people have to realize. You know, Prime example, I'm good with music. I have children. I don't expect my children to follow a path like that neither. I don't expect them to do much. And if they are going to do something, it's going to be something that they're passionate about. And I'm going to encourage them to keep doing it. Not going to force them to do something that I didn't do. And even if I am already in a position where I'm doing something and I want my kids to excel, I don't have to push them to something that they probably don't want to do. Again, that's also a way your children to start rebelling on you because you're pushing things on them that don't need to be pushed on. You got to be realistic. And that's the problem. Again, you want your kid to be at a top level, but again, sometimes they might not reach that top level right away. They might not. They may not get to where you think they're going to get to right away. But it's okay. But you still got to encourage them. Yeah, because again, we all have failed at something in life. We all have failed at something in life. But we also learned from them failures and we moved on from them failures. You know, that's the most thing to remember, to give them that form of inspiration. That even if you did fail this, it's not the end of the world. That's just one thing you're going to learn from. But that's the thing though. Again, wanting the best for your children, making sure they do become their own person in life, making sure that they're happy and passionate about the things they're doing in life. Speaks volumes. Like I was saying earlier, if you want to be technical, half of these dudes who was playing sports at one point, their kids are playing sports. But their kids are playing sports because that's what they like to do. They're not doing it because they trying to one up their parent. They're not doing it because they feel they got something to prove. They doing it because they love what they're doing. That's the most important thing to remember. A child could be doing something, but they might not necessarily like what they're doing. So again, if they are showing you that they really are not interested and they don't want to, don't push it on them. And that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna drop the link in a minute. Give me 1 second, in case anybody want to chime in on this. But I feel that's an area that people have to remember. That's something that they always gonna have to remember. Your kids are gonna be their own individual spirits and personalities when they get to a certain age. But before then, you encourage them and give them inspiration and education and wisdom on things that they're gonna need the education and wisdom on. And then again, the things that you don't necessarily have to teach them, they will find out on their own. Again, it's about inspiring them. The most you want to do. Now, I feel like that's an important thing to remember, you know, because even that can mess up your kids psychologically. Because, prime example, you pushing your kid out there or pushing that narrative that your child is better than a majority of the people who are in that profession, again, you're going to either have to put up or shut up. And if you put up, you better make sure that your child puts up as well, too. But then again, your child might not want that. That's like you telling them, my kid got a talent in singing, but your kid got stage fright. Even though there's talent there, guess what? How you gonna know if he's scared to even open his mouth? That's why I said you don't do that. You're not supposed to do that. I didn't pressure my brother to do anything outside of just find something that makes him happy, that's going to keep him afloat, and that's also going to make sure that he's learning something. My brother could have been in football right now. My brother decided that wasn't what he wanted to do, even though he was good at it. Again, it's about knowing what to do with them. I think I guided my brother in the right direction, regardless to what. My brother is not locked up. My brother almost finished with college, working, doing what he needed to do. Again, just because your children might be good at something or they could be great at something, that doesn't necessarily mean that's what they want to do. That's not the road they probably want to travel. And if so, can you be upset about it? Or are you going to try to inspire them to go for what they are passionate for? It's a simple thought about it. My bad, y'all. You already know. You hear all the good old crunch. Somewhere on the job I ain't supposed to be, but yeah. Nonetheless, though, you don't want your kids to start resenting you, to start hating you, or just lose a bond with them all in all. Because that's one reason or one way you can lose a bond with them. Like I said, it could play a psychological toll on them too. Because now they feel like the pressure is always going to be on them to just come out and succeed and shine. Shouldn't be that way. People are going to shine on their own by being their own. Come on now. There's nothing wrong with, again, letting your children grow and be their own individual person. Papa Will, what's going on, my guy? Oh, wait a minute. Brief intermission, though. Brief intermission, y'all. Brief one. Brief one. I felt good about this one. I think I felt good about this one. It didn't. Oh, give me 1 second, y'all. It did not download. I feel disrespected. Yes, I felt very disrespected right now. But make sure I don't feel disrespected no more.
Hey, 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 run for your life. Say OV ho, say OV ho, then step this way, step that way, then step this way, step that way. Are you my friend?
I felt disrespected.
Hello.
No doubt, Papa Will. I hear you on that, bro. Nobody let me say it. What you mean, Corey? What you mean? What you talking about, damn it? Yeah, Pop, but I'll be honest with you, some of these people ain't new. Some of these people actually been here. It just been a minute. But, like I said, the message goes out and still got work to do. Don't look so scared, serious. Don't worry. Don't look so scared. Don't look so scared. Everybody should be scared of this one, though. Hold on, Keith. I got you, bro. Keith, what's going on?
What's going on with you, Nate? Up here dropping links and stuff. Don't nobody want to talk to you, Otis.
Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Everybody want to talk to me, motherfucker.
Oh man, much respect, dude. Good brother Nate, and peace to everybody in the chat. Oh man, such a great topic tonight, bro. Great topic, man. I totally agree everything you said, good brother. I mean, you got to be more supportive, like with me and my daughters. You know what I mean? I'm very supportive of what they want to do, and I don't try to apply pressure. If anything, I try to encourage them, and I try to get stuff to support their vision. You know what I'm saying? You know, now if they want to do what I'm doing, then the best thing I can do is be that support. That way, they can get in the position that I'm in, even more better, but more support. You know what I mean? But like you said, it's all about encouraging your children and just being more supportive of what they want to do. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, they get into these, like you said, the sports, the music industry. A lot of exploitation happens in that area. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't realize that. They just see the money, the fame, and the what is that? The generational curse and the generational wealth that's coming
Notoriety.
into play. So exactly the variety, right? And they don't see that the exploitation that comes along with that. You know what I mean?
Look what happened on Nickelodeon with them people. They had a expose about what happened on the slime, the Nickelodeon, all those three predators on that
Hmm.
show.
Exactly.
Hello. Hey Nate, man, what's up, man?
Ain't much, Hammer.
Yeah,
Nah, but you're right though, Keith. You right, and you right too,
Hmm.
Hammer. I was looking at some of that. I
yeah,
don't know, but I said all of that between Nickelodeon and Disney. I'm sorry. It seemed like every last one of them child stars went through some form of whatever. Some form of whatever. Because again, pressure being put on them by parents. You're gonna be the
Right.
success of this family. Like, nah, man. Like, look at Gary Coleman, prime example.
yeah,
Like, come on.
Yeah.
yeah. He
Parents
ended
put
up being a
you on just
security
because of that.
guard at a mall.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
nah, that's what I'm saying. You know, you gotta look at it.
Yeah.
If you put unwanted pressures and things like that on your children, they might not succeed.
No.
Or if
Okay.
they succeed, they're gonna have a nice little run with it. And then after that, it's gonna be like, damn, what I do now?
Look what happened to Britney Spears. She had to get rid of this conservatorship that her father put on her, and it took her years to take him to court, and now she's free of it. And
Yeah.
Nate, I agree with you about the smoke shops. They are everywhere. I wanted to have an ice cream a joint, but they put like three dispensaries where I live, three of them.
Yeah, that's because you know what, like I was saying before, and even in the previous live, that's because the people who actually and can actually do something, they not investing in these properties and these areas when they
Yeah,
need to. It's the same thing in my area. There
yeah,
was three spots that look. One of them spots we could have reopened up a
yeah,
hardware store instead of having to travel a little outside of our area to go to the fucking Home Depot. But no, smoke shop,
yeah,
smoke shop, smoke
yeah,
shop. But guess what?
yeah,
Guess what? A lot
yeah,
of them about to get closed down if they ain't got no licensing from the government
yeah.
or whoever. So
Yeah,
yeah,
there used to be an ice cream shop that was going to be an ice cream shop, but they turned that into a cannabis dispensary down near the Dunkin' Donuts. Everywhere I go, is always smoke shops everywhere. You can't get like where I live. We have three quick checks, a Wawa. We had a 7-Eleven where I live, but they moved it out of that area up there because it wasn't getting too much business, so they moved it all the way down the block. You know, it's just ridiculous. And there's a White Castle that's still abandoned, and nobody has picked that up yet near the auto zone where I live. It's still abandoned, Nate. It was a White Castle there, but they moved it out on the highway. You know, it's
correct.
still abandoned to this day. I walk by there sometimes. I go down there because it's abandoned. It's a White Castle, and people said they had complained about the place because it wasn't doing much business. So it just depends on location, I guess. But there used to be a nail salon there. Now it's a carbon urgent health center. Now I just saw near my stop and shop. Guess what sign I saw, Nate?
Let me guess. Let me
Go
guess.
ahead.
I can't guess right now. My head hurt.
No, a smoke shop.
I know. Kind of figured that.
It's getting ridiculous, man. Why we don't need so many smoke shops, dispensaries. We need like another ice cream place, or I don't want no more fast foods. We got enough of that as it is. So listen, we need more than just smoke shops, and but it's everywhere. The flea markets everywhere. These smoke shops, dispensaries, and it's getting out of control, man. It really is.
Yeah, but
And
you
you
know
figure
what?
if
Some
people
of
are
the
doing that.
places. Oh, go ahead, Keith. My bad.
No, go ahead, Nate. I went over. I was just saying a lot of this is going on because it's easy money. You know what I
Mm,
Yeah.
mean? This is
yeah,
what people demand. People
yeah,
demand these smoke shops, and they portray as if these are not for teenagers that they sell it to, but one of their biggest customers is teenagers. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. Back in my
So
day, when
any
I'm sorry,
anything.
excuse.
No, go ahead, ma'am. I'm sorry. I mean,
Back in my day, you had your cools, your Salem Lights 100s, and your menthol, and your Newports, and
hmm
your Pall Malls, and you had your Joe Camels back in the day, and everybody would get like a whole pack of cigarettes, like for the holidays, and it's not like that now. People buying these e-cigarettes, and they're buying these cannabis or whatever they have around here. These all these smoke shops, and they're probably hiring people to work in these smoke shops. I saw some people hiring for people to work in these smoke
hmm
shops, and I said, "What the heck, man? We need more. We don't need no more smoke shops. We need more like another convenience store. We got one liquor store. Back in the day, you used to have so many liquor stores, you didn't know which one to get into.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But see,
yeah.
that was another thing that, like I said, and that was another thing though. In my all in all opinion, because this is not even an opinion. This is the facts right here. I'll be
Mm-hmm,
honest with you. A
mm-hmm,
lot of them, you're going unless you're really a dispensary that's really you got that government licensing. A lot of them smoke shops, I don't care where they at, they about to be shut down because just like Keith said, the main people right now they targeting is the
yeah,
kids. And again,
yeah,
when you are
Yep.
still, and this is why some of them being shut down now because they selling. If they not selling bud to the kids, they selling even the loose cigarettes too. I done watched like 3 stores recently between my hood and across town. All
yeah.
three of them got ran down on just for that. You selling loosies to undercovers that look like kids. Like
And they
you getting
and they get
yourselves caught up
sloppy.
here for what?
I
And they
see
get
kids
sloppy with it
going.
after a while.
I,
They get real sloppy with the way that they sell the stuff. Because before it
yeah,
was like okay, underhanded. Now they're
yeah,
boldly doing it to where there's
yeah,
enough kids and word of mouth spreading, so they just
Yeah,
start handing them out like it's candy, and then boom.
yeah.
So I mean,
It's like an
it's
addiction. It's like they sell them
what they
like in the
want.
strawberries, blueberries, whatever, and they don't check IDs. Do they check IDs? No,
Mm-mm. Nope.
no. Because in the stores they say if you don't have an ID, we cart you. We don't sell it to you. But I'm surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if there was so many kids out of in my high in the high schools now where I live. They go down to these smoke shops and they just do they show them their license? Probably some of them do, some of them don't. But they ask a grown up to go in there and get it, and they'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not worse than back in the 70s and 80s, man. It's no worse.
Facts.
It's
And a
no
lot of
worse than it
these
was.
and a
facts. Hold
lot of
on one
these smoke
second.
shops. Yep.
Hold on one second. Together, what's going on, baby? Have a great one, Angela, baby. Go ahead, you good?
Yeah.
I was
Back in
saying a
the
lot of
day.
these smoke
Yeah.
shops. So I was just going to say a lot of these smoke shops, they are also under pressure too, because a lot of these teenagers that they sell product to, they're like, if you don't sell to me, I'm just going to tell on you or tell a cop or something and get you shut down. So it's a dirty game on both ends, man.
I haven't seen no one certificate for these smoke shops or dispensaries where I live, you know. But it's just but back in the day, if you wanted cigarettes, you get some adult buying for you. And they still have those paper cigarettes, those Indian cigarettes. I used to smoke those, and my grandfather used to smoke tobacco. So it's just not like it is back in the day, but that's how it was back in the day. And you had those cigarette
Mhm.
machines. They took them out because it was, you know, it would be in doctor's offices, dentist offices, or any store you get a cigarette machine. Those vending machine cigarettes. You used to have those bubble gum cigarettes. So it's back in the day was Joe Camel, and the government said it promotes it because he had a motorcycle jacket on, his sunglasses, and it was all over the billboards.
All
It's just that it's not like it is now. And back in the 80s, kids used to smoke in the boys' room or girls' bathroom. You would see cigarette butts all over the place in my old high school. Yeah, they were
telling all
smoking.
the secrets. You
Yeah,
telling all the secrets now.
yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it, kids in 85, in the 80s. Every kid I knew had cigarettes in there in the bathroom. You could still smell the smoke. And they didn't
No,
tell
I hear you.
nobody about it.
I remember. I remember them days.
Yeah, they
Oh
don't
yeah,
make those kind of days no more. But back in
yeah.
the day, it was either cigarettes or liquor. That was it. Or people was
You
buying condoms by the barrel back then when I was
right.
a kid. So it's
You
just not
even
like this is a different generation than what my generation
mhm,
is. So
right. I
it's
mean,
just
you even got to consider some of these supermarkets too. You know what I mean? That's
yeah, they
supposedly
selling them
quote
now.
unquote selling you healthy products when they're
Mm-hmm.
giving you apples with no seeds, grapes with no seeds. You know what I mean? So
Organic
it's like
crap.
nowadays, what is healthy and what ain't? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sick of
So
this
it's a lot
organic
of
crap.
questions.
I'm thinking it's organic. They have organic peanut butter, organic this and that, or organic cereal. It's like ridiculous, man. Back in the day, you had your Wonder Bread thrift stores. You could get any
Mm,
kind of stuff you want. It wasn't organic, you know. It wasn't good
that's
for
right.
you, but you liked it. You tasted the cream. It was good. Right now, the yodels that I used to like as a kid ain't they're not the same no more. It's just like somebody put some diet cream in there. It's not the same anymore, man. Nutter butter, all those things. But it's just
Mm, mm,
this is not my generation, man. I will always be a 70s, 80s because I graduated in 1985. So I'm not
there you
used to
go.
this generation. It's just it's good. There's more so smoke shops than there is convenience stores.
Mm, yeah.
Such a
So with
donut
that,
shop, but there's more. I see more smoke shops than anything else. It's a big business. It's a
right,
$1 billion business. You know,
that's right.
it's a
So with
billion
all
dollar
that being
business.
said about and all that being said about what society has to offer, it puts enough pressure on you as an individual alone. So like Nate
Unbelievable.
was
I
talking
have no
about, as far as
kids,
the
so
kids. I mean, I have two daughters and a son, so I definitely can relate heavy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you don't even have to have kids. You can just like see your neighbor's kid as or a niece or a nephew, and you can just
yeah.
see the kind of pressure
I
society
mean,
itself puts them under.
when I was
You know what I'm
growing up in the
saying?
80s, there used to be an old telephone company down there, and I would see about four,
Mm,
five, six people smoking in the cigarette in the snow. It was freezing cold, but they was happy to have a cigarette, man. They was happy to have their coffee and their cigarette. That was it, man.
mm. I remember them days.
Yeah, people would take those cigarettes in the toilet. I had an aunt with a dirty ashtray, and you had to get all that black muck off of that dirty ashtray, man. It was bad. She used to put them in her beer cans. She used to put them in the soda cans. It was
Mm,
it was bad, man. She used to flush those butts down the toilet bowl. You know, it,
mm,
it's not like it is the cigarette vending machines. I used to see those big with a
mm,
long
mm,
handle. You pull down whatever you had. You had your cools, your Salems, your lights, 100, your Virginia Slims, and that was the cigarettes back then. And right now, back in the government was trying to ban menthol, but Biden said no. He stopped that. Everybody
mm,
wanted him to ban the menthol because it's mostly sold in the black neighborhoods.
key. That's a key right there. Yes, that's a
Yeah,
fact.
I heard about that. Yeah, they was gonna ban me- menthol, but Biden
They ain't
put a
banning
hold
that.
on that.
They're not banning that. Just like they were supposed to ban those cigar wraps, and they still got them shits flying around every damn store. They were supposed to stop selling K2. They still sell K2 in certain stores. They were supposed to stop selling all forms of menthol, anything, even down to the flavored wraps and stuff like that.
Mm,
Fuck out it.
Hmm.
Still go in the store and catch some of them shits. Like, oh, let me get that.
Yeah.
Like,
So
like,
that's
you gotta think
so that's
about it.
why
Some of
that's
these
so.
spots, yeah, because some of these
So that's
spots
why.
already had,
Mm,
they already had enough inventory on top of inventory. So It's not
Yeah,
there's like
Mm-hmm.
to stop plastic bags. They ain't stopping that shit no time soon. You might
I'm
have to
just
pay for a
saying.
plastic bag now, but you
I'm just
can't get
saying.
rid of
Right.
that. And that's something that's more durable than the shit you try to give us now. Them paper thin shits. Like, come on now.
See, so that's society itself always sending you mixed signals. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? It's not good for you,
yeah,
but they're still selling it for your kids to
yeah,
get it. You know what I mean? That's why
yeah.
how Nate was saying earlier, you got to be that inspiration. You're your child's or nieces or nephews, any kind of young influence.
Mm.
You are the first inspiration and teacher of that child. You know what I mean? And
I
whatever
remember.
direction
Oh,
you
I'm sorry.
aim them, that's where they're going to go. No, you're good, sis. We're chopping it up. You know, I'm good until my
Back
manager
in
come
my
over here and
day,
looks
there
at me
were
all
kids
funny.
who take there used to be kids to take an aerosol can and stick it up their nose. I used to
Mm,
sniff and glue back in the day. Or if that
mm,
didn't work, they would choke themselves just to get a real good high out of it. But that's not like it is
mm,
when I was in school. People would sniff glue or or choke themselves. That was it. But but nobody had crack because this was during the crack epidemic back then. But it people used to smoke, take an aerosol can and sniff it up their nose, just to get a
mm.
high, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, that was that back in the day in the 80s there, Keith, man. I've seen it
I
all.
mean, in the 80s and 90s, you had to be creative to get high.
Yeah,
Nowadays, you don't have to be creative. They're selling it right in front of you in a box. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. You
So
don't have to
that's
worry
why
about
things
your
it's.
oh, I'm sorry. You don't have to
Mm.
worry
No, go
about your
ahead, sis.
local drug. You don't have to worry about your local drug dealer, your drug dealers, your smoke stops, and your dispensaries.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. Even the pharmacy is the biggest drug dealer in the world. So you
That's a
don't have to
fact.
worry about your local drug dealer selling your stuff. Just go to your local smoke shop or your dispensary, and you can be as high as you want.
Yeah. That's why it's up to you to be that guidance. You see a youth, you know what I'm saying? And like they said, man, you can't force
Yeah.
stuff. You know what I mean? Now some kids out here you really can't teach, you really can't, you know what I mean, reach. They have to learn through their own transitions or their own experiences, you know what I mean? Because I know a lot of youngsters that I've been chopping it up with, you know what I'm saying, in my own outside of YouTube life. And, they come up, hey, Unc, what's going on? 'Cause they call me Unc because I guess of my age. What's going on, Unc? And da 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 da. And I'm like, well, you don't need to be doing that, but I'm not going to be like, you shouldn't do that because I'm not your dad like that. I mean, I can only be that big brother type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, at the end of the day, you gotta let some of these young cats go out here in the world and experience. I know we all done went out in the world and
Yeah.
experienced and done things that are maybe our mother or father or whoever raised us told us not to do.
Um,
Curiosity, you know what I'm saying?
Keith, do you remember that
Yes, ma'am.
when these talk shows and they would have these parents that I will let my kids drink in my house or have sex in my house, so I'll just know where my kid
Hmm.
is at. Yeah.
Right,
I
right.
I remember that back in New Jersey, some parents got busted because he had a cake party, and and the parents invited some of the friends from the school to have a cake party, and they got busted
Mm,
for it. You know. So if you know what, if
mm,
I was a parent, if
mm,
my grandmother said you want to have sex at my house, I'm not going to have sex at my grandmother's house. She throw me out. You know.
mm-hmm,
She said, and one
mm-hmm.
parent on these talk shows, like I think it was Phil Donahue or wherever, she says, I will let my kids have sex in my house. At least I know where my kid is at. Yeah.
That's understandable. I mean, I'm not saying that I promote it, but they're under
No.
your guard. They're under your guardian. You know what I'm saying? That way, you can keep an eye on them and make sure that they're not in the street. Better at home with mom and pop than out in the street with a bunch of
Yeah, but
neighbors or a
here in New
bunch of
Jersey,
strangers I met that you don't
yeah.
know.
But if a parent has a party and invites all the cakes in school, the cops here in New Jersey will find out about it, and they'll know the neighbors will say something. So it's
Outside of
just that
Mississippi, man,
it's
chill,
just
man.
it's just a different world than I used to live in, man. You know?
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
But I'm gonna hop down. This delivery truck that finally came with all this damn lumber.
yeah.
So I'm gonna hop on down.
And you have a good night, Keith, man.
You already know, bro. Appreciate you popping in, bro. I already know, son. Get back to that money. I already know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man. I had to mute for a minute. This thing
yeah.
was like right up on me, so I didn't want all that noise in y'all ears. But yeah, Nate, appreciate what you do, brother. Keep doing what you're doing. know what I'm saying? Great chopping up. Peace to everybody in the chat. Y'all have a good one. Salutes.
You too.
You already know, bro.
Yeah.
You always more than welcome to
Well,
pop up.
well, I gotta go. I got an ISP meeting tomorrow to find another new support coordinator and everything. So, and then I gotta go to my job on Friday. And you have a good rest of your night, Nate.
Appreciate you. And you have a great one
Okay.
too. Well,
Okay. And I like to say this in the famous words of Captain Murtaugh of Lethal Weapon. I'm getting too old for this shit. See y'all.
have a great one, Tanya.
You too, man.
Shout outs to Keith and shout outs to Hammer Nation for popping in on the conversation. Wait a minute with that. I might have to be responsible myself in the next 10, 15 minutes, I think. Yeah, I might have to. But nah, good talk as always. But again, it's something that should be looked at again. You know, inspiration goes a long way. When you're already self-inspired and you're inspired about life, you can give that same inspiration and that glorification. Well, can't even say glorification. Let me reiterate. You can give them that same inspiration, but you can also give them that same great outlook about being positive in life. There's going to be things that not going to be able to accomplish or achieve right away. But if it's things that can be achievable, then you don't quit that neither. You know, just show them what it is. You know, again, don't put the unnecessary and unwanted pressures on them. Let them find their own curve in life. The most you can do as a parent is, again, you can educate your kids, you can discipline your kids, and you can inspire your kids. But again, don't put the unwanted and unnecessary pressures on them, because that right there will be a start to an ending, basically. Before they even get to the destinations in life, they might feel like they inadequate or they might not be able to get the job done. Again, you gotta always inspire them to do something. It doesn't matter if it's working or being their own individual boss. You gotta still inspire them. Still gotta show them something great. Still gotta let them know that they can build for something greater. Dee Dee, what's going on, baby? You know, but again, you don't put that form of stress on them either. You know, if you love your kids, you show your kids that you love them. You actually do the necessary things you need to as a parent. And again, you gotta also make sure that regardless to what they are gonna be passionate in life about anything they perceive or anything that they receive in life. You know, you just gotta remember that part right there again. It is solely about giving the best inspiration when needed. And that's how you gotta do it. You know, you gotta let them know that regardless to what, you know, they're gonna be all right. You know, but also teach them that in the even at the most darkest moments, you're gonna have to stand up and face whatever fears you have. You gotta conquer your fears. You know, if you fear doing certain things because you're scared about what people might perceive or what they might think, that will be a crippling effect on you. You gotta just go out there and do what's best for you and do what makes you happy. See, I could use this again as an analogy. There's some people who feel like they can't make it music wise because they are not being pushed the way they should be pushed. And it's not saying that they can't be pushed. But again, you know, you should do it because you're passionate about it and you want to do it, not because you feel you have to follow in the footsteps or the legacies of people that were around you. Use this again for the analogy. I might not be the best singer or the best rapper, but I could produce the hell out of a beat. I could produce a song. I can create on the boards. I could play an instrument. Again, not everybody gonna be a professional singer, dancer, anything along those lines. You might want to do that, but again, you got to remember there are certain things that come with that. And even when you're building in life, no matter what it is you're building, you're gonna have to start taking necessary steps and drastic measures to make sure you succeed in that. I think it's time for some of the parents that need to hear it to actually take that into consideration. Let your child develop who they're going to be when they grow up. Let them develop into their own person, not into what you want them to be. Your child could be skilled at cooking, but they would prefer to rather work at a pharmacy or become a pharmacist or a pharmacist tech. It doesn't matter. It's still getting an income and it's also still paying the bills. Again, it's really just about how you do things with your children. How do you prepare them for success in life? You got to educate them. You got to nurture them. And again, you're going to go through your ups and downs. But that's the greatest thing about being a parent. It's not everything going to be perfect or easy. But again, when you are prepared and you fully, determined to make sure your children succeed, the most important thing, is making sure that it gets done. Like I was telling y'all the other day, my boys got damn near all his kids done graduated high school except the youngest one. The youngest one is right around the corner to graduate. So again, it's just about motivation. Motivating them to be higher, to think greater, and to be greater. But again, the best skill or the best thing you could ever teach your kid is how to be responsible and take accountability for things. It's going to be their greatest strength. Again, this is how you build leaders. You teach them that they are going to create and carve their own destiny, and they don't need to follow anything else outside of what's right for them. I think tonight was a great lesson, though, and a great talk. I believe the link is still in the chat in case anybody want to chime in, but if not, I ain't going to hold everybody all night. I just felt like I wanted to get that out there again. Some form of inspiration, even for new parents. Build a bond with your children, learn enough about your children, and then inspire them to do the greatest things in life. Keep them motivated, keep them elevated. Make sure they definitely are not stagnated neither. Give them a perfect balance. And it does start again with communication. You have to communicate with your kids, and you got to do it on a level to where it will be prosperous. If your children are telling you something and they are sincere about what they're saying, you need to sit down and listen.
That's like if your child is telling you, even out of frustration, that this is something they don't want to do. You need to take that into consideration. And still, don't force nothing on them. Because the minute they do feel that type of way, that's when the rebellion will start. Again, they got to find something that they're passionate about, something that drives them. And they also still going to look up to you for the best advice and key advice when needed. So just remember that your job is not done yet. You know? But I appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight. Um, I'll most likely be back in the morning with the cypher, but if not, we'll have another late night cypher like we did tonight. Again, shout outs to Keith and shout outs to Hammer Nation for popping in. Always a great conversation with the people as always. If you just tuned in, you can catch this replay definitely. But this should be a clear sign again to some of you parents, especially the ones with the narcissistic trait. Don't sit there and throw your kids out into the hellfire and your kids is not even prepared to take out that hellfire. Don't throw them into that. Don't throw them into a boxing match if they never had boxing experience at all. You're going to force them to get themselves hurt. And that's the one thing you don't want is your children feeling that type of hurt, that type of regret. Again, take your time to figure out where your children's skills and talents and strengths lie at. And also help them work on whatever weaknesses they could have. Sometimes your weaknesses can be your strength. So it's just about what you learn and what you produce out there. Parents, stop putting that pressure on them. Let them make their decisions where they need to make their decisions at. Let them be who they feel they're going to be destined to be. But also, again, encourage them and support them when they do find what they really want to do. And again, communication has to be open. The lines must always stay open. But also, you must learn to listen and also hear what's being said. But yeah, definitely a great conversation. And again, I'll see y'all tomorrow, definitely. For those follow me on Clapper, if I'm not in the building tomorrow, I will definitely be in the building Friday night. And it might be an early Friday night I'm going to be doing it. So I'll keep y'all posted, definitely. But shout outs to everybody who's been a part of this build, still being a part of this build, and even those who might be new coming into it. We still got a lot more great conversations and content to bring, and we're going to keep doing it. Shout outs to everybody who's been doing their duties as far as just, hey, keeping themselves preserved and keeping everything around us preserved. This is what we do. You know, it's a team effort. And that's the main thing to remember. Kids, your parents are like your teammates, your team members. Y'all got to communicate. Y'all got to come to the huddle together when it's time for a new game plan. And, you know, the main thing is you want a solid victory. You'll gain a solid victory when you're doing the right things necessary, you know. And again, don't put no unwanted pressure on kids that are already going through pressure as it is in this world. Yeah, you're right. Just like you still a punk bitch and won't come up here and say what's on your mind. So my content must be better than your whole life. And since you was up out of here, yeah, take this real quick.
Shit.
And go beat your meat somewhere and go overdose on some damn lean. Like I said, whenever your punk ass is ready for a conversation, the link will be dropped. But it's amazing though. I do find it real amazing. Hold on, before I get up out of here, I do find this amazing that people always want to be a distraction and be everything up under the sun, but refuse to say what's on their mind when the nigga call them out for it. Keep telling you got the right one. I got time for it. So if anytime you feel that big, don't come up under no troll names. Don't come up under 1,000 accounts. Talk to me as you're supposed to talk to me. Adults. Come speak to me face to face under your real account. If you're not going to do so, you're proving my point like I said. You don't have nothing to say. You just wanted to be a pain in the neck and you wanted attention. And if you want attention, go get you a pet. It works. Oh, I got something better. If you want attention, how about you get off the internet, go out and live life. Go find something that brings you happiness. I'm trying to come over here and rain on my parade because I found something that is good and it brings great conversation and dialect. If that's not content, then I don't know what's content to you. You wouldn't know content if two T-Wolves bit you in the ass. So I could care less about your thoughts. But just like I said, anytime you got something to say, like right now, the link is right there. Ain't got time to be worried about these chicken nugget face motherfuckers that ain't doing shit. Come on now. I'm not worried about niggas that's probably laying in a pool full of cat litter. I don't worry about these people. I still laugh at them because it proved my point from Jump Street, even if you go back over a year ago. You don't have nothing to say. You really don't have no problem, and you don't want no smoke. And that ain't no threat. That's a bona fide you don't want it. You just want to gain some attention and some notoriety. Well, we give you the last little 3 minutes of notoriety. That's all you get. But remember, I don't address 1,000 account names. So I know it's the same person. Bitch made nigga, if you got something to say when the link is dropped, bring your punk ass up here and let's have a conversation. So I could dismantle you some more. That's how we do it. Stop coming in here talking about, oh, I need my balls licked. I need this licked. I need that licked. Go outside and go find you a prostitute like you known to do and go sit on somewhere. I don't be getting you. You come in here with the same tactics every day. Did you not get the troll drop I said the other? Oh, no, you wasn't in here the last couple days. So here, let me let you know what it is with you. You get old and repetitive with the same shit you do every day. So take this again. You've gotten old, nigga. Like I said, we don't address faceless trolls. So if you got something to say, don't be a faceless bitch. Come up here and say what's on your mind. And I'm still keeping this on the public. I'm not putting this on adults only. Nah, I'm going to put this for everybody. Because we still had great content, minus you. Now, give or take, I know where this is going to go. And I'm going to still keep embracing it and laughing at it. I'm going to keep embracing it and laughing at it. Because, again, I have something of value to bring. You don't. And until you prove me wrong, you're better off just sitting in your basement figuring out when you're going to get your next hand job. Because as far as I'm concerned, you are a hand job. Get out of here, you sackless shit, waste of sperm, no courage, no nothing for you. You got nothing. You got nothing. You never had nothing. Your family probably mad because you became nothing, you punk bitch. Oh shit! Telling you, you gotta come correct when you coming to me, cause I don't know what you thought, and I don't care what you thought. I'm not no pushover, and I definitely ain't no sensitive ass motherfucker. But I am a logical motherfucker, and I just spoke logics. And if you got kids, you sackless shit. I hope your kids are way better than you in life. I hope they do not fall down the same road and path that you riding down. Because again, it's only gonna be so far you get before you actually find somebody that's gonna punch you in your damn face. I think that's what it is. You got some form of a suicide note and you leaving it at the wrong door. Go find another sector or go find some other form of distraction before you bring your silly ass over here. And again, stop talking about your private parts that you don't have, because I'm quite sure if somebody wanted it, they would have took it by now. But then again, who the fuck wants expired, spoiled goods? Enough said for the night. Nobody want no nasty produce. Oh man, you better go figure out something. I think you still got time to go back to school and enroll in something. Go do something that's meaningful for your life. Hey, you might even get another. If you was working and you unemployed now because of the pandemic, hey, you might actually have a chance of getting something. I'm gonna hope for the best for you, but then again, I'm not. Take one more for the road. There you go. Now I feel better. I feel a lot better. You fucking corned beef sandwich looking ass, hash brown. I don't want to hear nothing you talking about. And again, if you have something to say, when you have something to actually say that's worth saying it, pop your punk ass up for a conversation. Other than that, this really will probably be the last time I have to say anything about you or to you. Because apparently you don't fucking speak the English, you don't grasp the concept, and you still look stupid every day. And I just like it. Keep looking stupid and looking foolish. That time you just wasted having all these different accounts, you could have found you a woman. Hey, you probably could have created a family. Maybe you could get out the dungeon out your basement and actually live life. Stop smelling old ass shoes. Stop smelling funky armpits. Stop smelling your own hot ass breath. Get outside and live life. Hey, hey, hey. Why you all still blessed to be here? You could have wasted all your time today and your ass could be going tomorrow, bitch. You better learn to live life, nigga. But while we living life, let me get back to my happy state. I don't know what you thought you expected, but damn, your calculations was off, nigga. And regardless to how you feel, punk bitch, I'm still gonna be here, nigga. Whether I'm in here every day or not, you're still gonna have a vacancy with the words Nate the Great Podcast in this bitch. You could bring yourself, bring your mama, bring your uncle, bring whoever that like to troll. Them niggas gonna get smoked up and rolled up, and that's just gonna be the end of your show. Bang bang, bitch. See how that work, bitch? See how that work, bitch? Oh, yeah. Like I said, we didn't give a fuck who you was anyway. You not like us. You not like us. Fuck out of here, nigga. Say go home, troll. Go home, troll. Fuck out of here. Regardless to how you feel, I'ma still be doing something that's worth doing. You, not so much. But yeah, I hope I gave you enough attention tonight. I gave you a little bit of attention towards the end like I always do. Because that's what you like to do. Take things in your rear end, you fucking bitch. Like I said, when you got something to say and you really want to get it off your chest, nigga, you know where the link is at. Now go back and stick that cucumber down your throat. That's what you need to do. Stop focusing on other grown men and women and trying to fuck up the content. How about you actually, you got a page? Go make some content. You want to make some content about me? I can help you. You can clip, you can screenshot, you can do whatever. Still ain't gonna fucking make no difference. I'm not going nowhere, bitch. I'm not going nowhere. You try to use your bulldozers and it's not gonna work, nigga. Because this is what a strong man does. This is what a logical man does. Does what he feels like doing. He moves at his own beat. And he ain't a follower like you, bitch. You a follower. You probably been a follower your whole life. You probably been a nigga that they send to the store every fucking time. Yo, go give me a fucking soda. Get your bitch ass up out of here, nigga. I know your mom's got to be upset that you ain't shit in life. Damn. God damn, I know that. I know she mad right now. I hope she ain't passed away neither, looking from the beyond the grave like this sorry sack of shit. Yo, this should be funny. Oh, don't worry, I ain't mad. I ain't never mad. I like to have fun. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Oh, man. They not like us. They not like us. Oh, shit. I feel good about that one. Definitely felt good about that one. But make sure, since you got 1,000 troll pages that love to be in this chat so much, make sure that all your troll fucking pages hit that like button, bitch, since you like something so much. Oh, and take this again with you. Oh, shit. Oh, man. And for those who might catch this replay, if you do got children that's watching with you, apologies for my mouth. But I'm also going to let you know that we do have losers who come in here who want to be a part of something so badly, but instead of them just being themselves and trying to be a part of it, they want to try to destroy you. But guess what? They're going to get themselves destroyed in that same token. Oh, man. But again, I hope somebody did get something out of this. And again, shout outs to everybody that popped in tonight for the conversation. It was a great one. And I definitely love this last bit of a conversation about just about the mindset of punk bitches that run behind shit. I don't run behind nothing. I'm going to stay on the same page and talk my shit like I've been doing, no matter where the fuck I'm at. You, on the other hand, you got to create accounts because you scared to say what's on your mind. I know what's on your mama mind right now. Your mama hoping that you get up out the house and she can go get her fucking groove back. She trying to get you out that basement so she can get her basement cleaned out. Get the fuck up out of here, nigga. Grow up. Stop being a punk made bitch and pop up when you need to pop up. If you ain't gonna do so, then I'm gonna keep telling you to suck the cucumber and keep sucking on the twat that you came out of, bitch. You got the right one. I got time, motherfucker. Unfiltered, raw and uncut. And I'm still gonna give you logic that punch you in the gut. Ooh. Please don't let me get in my bag and I start making diss tracks about your faceless ass, nigga. Because this shit be too easy. And I don't even need to know your background to do you dirty, nigga. What the fuck wrong with you? I feel good in that. Feel good in that. With that being said, ain't gonna hold y'all much longer. But I'm gonna let y'all get the good vibes while I'm up out of here. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot. Before I do anything else, I forgot to give a happy birthday shout outs to those who are celebrating their birthday this week, possibly over the weekend. Here you go.
Dear friend, I know it's your birthday today, but keep yourself under control. Don't drink all the alcohol in town or the news will be like this tomorrow.
Shout out to all the people celebrating their birthdays. Hopefully, y'all keeping yourself safe, keeping yourself blessed as always, and another year around the sun. Oh, you know what? I just thought about something, y'all. My bad. I think I know why this nigga keep trolling me. What? Did I forget your birthday or something? Did I forget your birthday? Did I forget to give you a hug today? I think I know what it is. I think I know what it is. You trying to get your Faja's attention. I see why I stopped paying your ass attention. You turned out to be the worst type of child ever. Oh, shit. You sure that's my child? Hold on. My child is straight up with shit. Not no punk bitch. Wait a minute. I gotta make sure. Let me go make sure your mama get this DNA test done. I hope you ain't my child. Because if you reaching out for your Faja, I ain't him. You gotta do better. And you gotta come stronger. Because you talking to a strong bull over here, motherfucker. Remix! Remix! Oh, and to debunk your theory, before I do leave up out of here to debunk your theory, if I didn't have content, I don't think that people would be in here having great conversations or even pulling up to the panel. Oh, I know what it is. Your punk ass don't know how to do content. Your punk ass don't probably know how to speak to people. You probably got a speech impediment. You probably on the short bus. You probably just sit there, stare at the camera, and pick boogers out your eyes. Nigga, you better find something outside of trying to troll me, bitch. Let me say this in my best term. You better go find God before you come fucking with me, nigga. This is not the smoke you want. Trust me. I almost dropped my phone for this shit. Oh. You do have some form of comedy relief because your life is comedy. Your life is funny and pathetic. See, right now, you're going to hear wind in the background. You might hear some rain. Hey, guess what? I'm getting to the bag. What the fuck you doing outside of this social media trolling? I'll wait. This is why I said, they not like us. They not like us. Fuck out of here, man. I feel good now. I feel accomplished. I feel like I just exposed your whole life story in less than 20 minutes. And it feel good. It feel good to know that you're a punk bitch and you never gonna ever be able to fucking come up here and say what's on your mind. So I have less to worry about. I didn't worry about you in the first place. That's because nobody worries about you. And I think that's the main reason why you're trying to get my attention. You want a hug. You want a father figure. Guess what? I ain't raised no punk bitches. I raised my brother, and my brother tough. Fuck out of here, little nigga. Your mama raised you to be a beta male. My mama raised me to be a strong male, period. Fuck out of here, little nigga. Me and you will always be in different boats. And you want to know why? Because I'm still living life and I know when to unplug from technology. You obviously don't. So again, if this was chess and I'm not even a chess player, I won. I done beat you 12 times over before you got 2 moves in. You better make sure that your parents are your parents and that they ain't just adopt your little ugly ass. Fuck out of here, little nigga. You see how that work, bitch? See how that work? Like I said, anytime you want smoke, you know where I'm at, ho. Till then, you keep living in your dungeon. And I'm going to keep living rent-free in your mind. As a matter of fact, when I get home to your mind, I need my sandwich toasted and all of that. I'm going to need your mama to make sure that my pillows is fluffed real well. I'm also make sure that my sandwich got extra bacon and a little bit of mayonnaise on it. A little bit of mayonnaise. Your mama's mayonnaise to be exact. And then we good. Oh, shit. But yeah, enough of his bitch ass. But again, hopefully somebody did get something out of this great conversation. And like I said, I'm not putting this on for, no, everybody gonna get this message today. Everybody. Everybody. Because again, when I feel I don't have nothing to say, I just won't come on it. Or if I ever feel I need to detach because of whatever, I know how to do so. But in the same token, again, I'm not going nowhere. My residency will stay where it's at. This is the Vegas Strip. So my residency will be here until I feel I don't need to be here no more. And guess what? When I do decide to leave from here, guess what? You're still going to be here. You're just going to be looking for somebody else to try to annoy. Well, you just better hope you don't annoy the wrong person and they find out everything they need to find out about you. And if they do find out everything they need to find out about you, guess who's going to be the first one to know about it? Yeah. Yes. Tread lightly, little ginger bitch. Tread lightly, little Martha. Don't get your existence rubbed out before it even started. And as we are gathered here to lay down the loss of the dearly departed, may we all remember that Turtle Dick had nothing else to bring in life outside of wanting to hug and just being a part of. Aww. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Hold on. So give them a ski drop? Hold on. Let me give them the ski drop.
Shit.
Oh, man. Feel good, though. Definitely feel good about this conversation. And again, for those who might be new to the channel, those who might be coming into the fold, oh, don't think that this is what's going to happen every day. No. I don't address motherfuckers like this. Because again, I would have to address you if you actually said something. If you actually did something to me. Then I would have to address it. What I gave was this tender viddle dick bitch ass nigga a little bit of love and comfort because he ain't getting no love and comfort from nowhere, not even his woman. I got to play the role of your pappy. Boy, when you get up in the morning before you think to troll or before you think to come in here, I'm gonna need you to get up, go look in the newspaper, go find something in the help wanted ads. Make sure you put on your best fucking dress suit. Don't go out there looking like a wrinkly bum bitch. Your daddy taught you better, nigga. Put your best suit on. Put your best game face on, nigga, and go out and go live life like I'm doing. Go be like your papa. Aspire to be like your daddy, bitch. Woo. Yeah, yeah. I'm good now. I'm good. Trust me, there's more around the corner. I got time. And I got enough pettiness in my fucking bag. Yes, baby dispatch, yes. But yeah, let me get up out of here, y'all. I definitely appreciate everybody that tuned in. I'm going to tell you, you worse than a fanboy, you worse than a stalker. I can't say you worse than, well, I don't know yet. I'm not even going to go that far with you. I don't need to go that far with you. All you little bitch ass introverts, learn to get outside and go live life. You got to be like me if you are going to be an introvert. You got to know when to be inside and when not to be inside. You got to know when to be a part of life and when to observe life. But the one thing you should remember too, you little hoe ass nigga, you ain't going to be shit in life if you ain't getting out to go do something in your life. Try this again. But like I said, I got time, motherfuckers. I got time. And honestly, every time you come in here with that talking about your little tender vittles, I'm going to start calling you a zesty pack from now on. The zestiest pack of noodles we ever seen come in here. Because ain't no real man coming in here saying dumb shit like that anyway. And if you actually walking around the streets saying that to women, I'm surprised one of them ain't stabbed your dumb ass yet. Oh, I'm encouraging violence on your ass. Because you're going to slip up. You're going to get your internet life mixed up with your real life. But then you're going to fuck around and do something, and you might lose your life. You better think twice before your brain and your body be in a bed full of ice. Trust me, that shit is not cool and it's not nice. Get up out that basement and go make you some boiled fried rice, nigga. Go do something with yourself. Stop focusing on me, because I ain't focusing on you. Definitely ain't focusing on you. And if you got a girl, you ain't giving her that time, shit, she gonna give somebody else some time. Get up out your basement. Get up out your feelings. Stop being a part of something. Stop being a wasteless sack of sperm. The clear and last warning for this fool, because he ain't getting no love after tonight. I'm going to let my moms do what they do, and I'm going to keep doing what I do, bringing content. When you feel you got content that's better, or when you feel you can actually get up and do something, you go produce it. Maybe, just maybe, we might watch it. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know, ain't nobody watching your slow ass. You ain't got nothing to say. But yeah, nonetheless, you got what you was looking for. Now, continue the rest of your night being zesty. Go find somebody else in the YouTube streets to troll. And don't forget that I do remember fucking troll names and accounts. So no matter where I might be at, bitch, I might be there fucking plucking your lights out. Just like I'm going to pluck your girl lights out when I get out of work. Just remember that. Just remember that. This is not me being anything but me, whether you like it or not. And this is me giving you a dose of reality, whether you want to accept it or not. But yeah, I'm up out of here, y'all. If y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the replay game. Shout out to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. Y'all know what it is, baby. For everybody that was in attendance tonight, you already know that love is love and it'll be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I can do is give you real. That's all I'm going to do is give you real topics and real bills. I just peeped what you said, James. Shit. Snap. Oh, wait a minute. I do want to give, before I get up out of here, I want to give this person a real chat etiquette. You don't come in here and talk about your balls or what balls you think you got or your mangled up, shriveled up, nothing. I ain't saying no pause and no homo. Because again, if you got to come in here talking about that, you don't have nothing else to give. And you probably don't even got that to give, little nigga. Fuck out of here. Better go do your workouts. And take this with you again. There you go. There you go. Now I feel a little better. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Oh, man. And every time you think you're going to keep coming in here, again, you're going to get one of these. Yeah, I feel better now. I feel better now. Wait, no, I don't. One more game. Okay, now I feel better. But y'all stay safe. Keep that third eye open. Until the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.